Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us for your 2 p.m. news and weather update. I'm Bailey Backover.
We're just going to go to the coast because you keep pulling that camera up every single time. We might be at the Myrtle Beach. Jesus, Morehead City. Mentally, we're there. Yes.
Mentally, we're. I mean,
vacation season's next week. I mean, for a lot, the unofficial start of summer's ending. But anyway, I digress.
I hope you all are doing well this afternoon. We have a couple of things to update you on to keep you updated. But first, let's dive into our weather.
Yeah, a lot of hurricane coverage continues on as always. Of course, some good news with this storm. It's going to slowly weaken as we go towards this today and tomorrow. No real change after the 2 o'clock advisory, minus that the pressure has slowly begun to drop. So that's some good news with that as well. But overall, Cat 1 status expected tonight and holding that status at least through tomorrow before weakening to a remnant low as it goes. Adios out to the northern Atlantic right there as well. We do have some other updates on some other disturbances we're watching. We'll look to that in just a second. Though what you're seeing on the radar is not really falling on ground. Maybe some light showers outside of Beaufort there and Hatteras, but again, most are staying quiet. There's Aaron off our shoreline, moving way out of our way again, giving us some much calmer conditions, no doubt about it as well. Of course, if you do have some plans to be outside along areas of the beach, you want to be careful with that too, because that tropical storm warning continues through the rest of today. Most likely could be extended into tomorrow, but overall, though, most of us will start to see those winds slowly subside down a little bit. Gusty winds between 10 and, gusty winds right now about, go back to this graphic if I can get back to it. There you go. 20 to 35 miles an hour right now. That's a lot of our gust. Now, sustained winds right now between 10 and 20 miles an hour. So overall, though, it's pretty breezy out there. I haven't had a chance to step outside yet. I probably will get out there a little bit, but I'm sure it's breezy for a lot of locations here. In Greenville, we're seeing some sunny breaks in between. A few cloud cover on top of that as well. We do have, again, air temperatures low 80s, near 70s for some of you outside. Again, we do have that north flow to the wind continuing to come as we go towards the rest of today and going into tonight, about 10 to 15 miles an hour. So overall, the winds will start to subside. Thankfully, the gusty winds as well will also begin to diminish along our coastline. Bless you. We'll start to see a little bit of that come about as we go towards tomorrow morning. And then again, by tomorrow night, finally getting a break in those winds. Still going to be breezy along the coast, but inland locations will have a little bit of a nicer breather room with everything going in with that too. So you shouldn't have any issues with that. But meanwhile, they'll watch out for the wave heights. They're going to continue to get higher as we go towards tonight as high tide approaches tomorrow morning as well. So again, the high tide will stick around and then eventually going back, lowering that. All right, let's get you updated on that. No change to this system here. 40% chance of developing off the coast of the Cape Verde Islands there. This system is moving to the east, so it's going to start to slowly meander and fall apart over time, I would highly imagine. This has now been upgraded. Now, it was a 50% chance now of development instead of a 50-70% chance. Most likely going to follow a similar curve to what Aaron did way out to sea. Let's talk about ECU real quick. Of course, some students moving into campus. Looking good overall for the rest of this afternoon. Maybe we're going to wait till this evening to do that. Should have no weather worries tonight. The Watermelon Fest kicks off here in town. Looking to be pretty good all the way around. So some good news with that. If you're heading out there this weekend, of course, we'll be out there on Friday, Saturday, and enjoy some live music. A lot of good things happening with that. Some stray spotty showers, yes, along our coastline. Other than that, though, we're going to stay fairly quiet and dry as we go towards on Friday night and Saturday as well. Rainfall amount, don't get too overly excited about this, but get excited about the drop in the humidity as we go towards Saturday. Goes up a little bit, and then again, a big drop there by late week to next week there, as highs fall back to the lower 80s, mostly sunny skies. Chance of a few showers here or there, but not a complete washout, as more of that fall-like air moves right back in again.
Yeah, and it's one that I'm very excited about, and also for the Winterville Watermelon Festival, it's just going to be feeling great out there. Yeah, I mean, at this time of year, it's so hit or miss, Dustin, with what we could be seeing just based on years past and just the pattern of Eastern North Carolina. So you just hold on to every sunny day that you got. Yeah,
because last year about this time, I think we were getting ready to have another tropical system, but of course it did not impact us. Of course, talking about Helene, that was coming in late September. So of course, coming up in 1 year next month for that. Very busy day for us. We had several issues with tornadoes, things like that. We really lucked out. I've been talking to a lot of people here at the station. They're like, wow, we really dodged a bullet feel from this story, and we really did. A lot of things came together, perfect timing. Cold front kicked it out. A lot of the winds moving out to sea. So hopefully we can continue this trend. Now watch us say that something happens late September and October. Hopefully not, but we'll enjoy the quiet weather. Much well deserved after the hot July we had.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dustin. I do have one story that I want to bring up, our lead story for the hour. A Roper man will spend the next 20 to 25 years in state prison after a jury found him guilty of second-degree murder. District Attorney Tom Anglem says a Washington County jury convicted Brandon Carter for the April 28, 2021 killing of Cedric Gillard. Now, the shooting happened outside of Carol's Variety Store number 2. Anglem says that before the shooting, the two men had exchanged words in the parking lot. The DA says that after initially shooting Gillard, Carter stood over the victim as he crawled towards the store, and surveillance video showed him shooting the man 4 times to the back of his head at point-blank range. The DA says Gillard was senselessly executed by Carter. Well, that's all the time that we have for this hour, but you can join us back on ENC at 3 coming up in right under the hour. We'll see you then.